The United States holds the title of number one in many categories, spanning a variety of sectors such as economy, military technology, and cultural influence. Here's a list of which the US is considered the leader in the world. Largest economy in the world. The United States has the largest economy in the world by nominal GDP, which was about $26.7 trillion in 2023. It is followed by China, which has a GDP about 70% of that of the US. The US dollar is the world's leading reserve currency, and the US economy is deeply integrated into global trade and finance. Largest military power. The US spends more on its military than the next several countries combined. In 2023, the US defense budget was approximately $858 billion, representing about 39% of the world's total defense spending. The US military has the most advanced and capable military in terms of aircraft, naval power, nuclear capabilities, and special forces. The US military also maintains numerous overseas bases to project power globally. Global leader in technological innovation. Many of the world's largest and most influential technology companies are based in the US, including Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Tesla, and Intel. NASA, the US space agency, has been a leader in space exploration. The US was the first country to land a man on the moon in 1969, and American companies like SpaceX are pushing the boundaries of private space travel. The United States is the largest producer of oil and natural gas in the world, largely due to the rise in shale oil production. In recent years, it surpassed both Russia and Saudi Arabia in production. The United States is increasingly self-sufficient in energy, although it still imports oil, especially from Canada, Mexico, and the Middle East. With over 330 million people, the United States is the largest consumer market in the world. This drives significant demand in various sectors, including retail, technology, and automobiles. The United States is also one of the largest importers and exporters of goods and services globally, with trade relationships with virtually every country. The New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq are the largest and most influential stock exchanges in the world. They play a key role in global finance and investment. The United States houses many of the world's largest banks, including JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, and Citigroup. The United States is home to many of the world's top-ranked universities, including Harvard, MIT, Stanford, and Princeton. These institutions attract students and faculty from around the world. The United States leads in academic research and development, producing a large share of global scientific publications and innovations in fields like biotechnology, pharmaceuticals, and engineering. The United States is the global leader in the film industry, particularly through Hollywood. It produces the highest-grossing films worldwide and exports them to every country, making American culture a dominant force in global media. US television networks like NBC, ABC, and CBS, as well as streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime Video, lead the global entertainment market. American music artists dominate the global charts, and the United States is home to major music hubs like Los Angeles, Nashville, and New York City. The United States is home to the largest aircraft manufacturers, including Boeing and Lockheed Martin. Boeing is the largest producer of commercial airplanes in the world. The United States has the world's largest air travel network, with major airports in cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. The United States also leads in aviation technology and air safety. The United States is the largest market for pharmaceuticals and healthcare services, with companies like Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Merck and AbbVie leading the way in medical research and drug production. The US is a leader in medical research and clinical trials, with major institutions like the National Institutes of Health and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The United States has produced more Nobel Prize winners than any other country, with over 400 laureates. These prestigious awards recognize achievements in fields such as physics, chemistry, peace, literature, and medicine. The US has been a leader in scientific and academic research, and many Nobel-winning discoveries like penicillin by Alexander Fleming and advancements in genetics by James Watson and Francis Crick were made by American scientists. The United States is the most visited country in the world, with iconic landmarks like the Grand Canyon, New York City, Disneyland and Hawaii, drawing millions of international visitors annually. Major cities like New York, Los Angeles and Las Vegas are cultural and economic tourism hubs, attracting tourists from around the globe. The United States is the world's largest manufacturer and exporter of arms, providing advanced military technology to allied countries across the globe. Through organizations like NATO, the United States has a significant influence on global security and defense policy. The United States is home to a vast digital infrastructure with a high rate of internet penetration and usage among its population. Companies like Google, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft and Facebook dominate the global tech scene, influencing digital economies and online platforms. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, commonly known as NASA, has led space exploration efforts since its founding in 1958. The United States was the first country to land a man on the moon in 1969, and private companies like SpaceX are advancing the future of space exploration, including Mars missions. The United States is also the leader in Mars exploration, with its rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance making groundbreaking discoveries on the planet's surface. The United States is home to one of the largest and most diverse national park systems in the world, with over 400 sites managed by the National Park Service. The United States also plays a major role in wildlife protection and environmental conservation, with organizations like the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and Environmental Protection Agency.